U.S. Armada heading to Middle East as Iran death toll put above 5,000. Trump said, "We have a lot of ships going in that direction and that Washington is watching Iran closely." A nuclear-powered aircraft carrier capable of launching 70-plus warplanes turned from the South China Sea and headed toward the Middle East. It is accompanied by a carrier strike group of guided missile destroyers equipped with Tomahawk missiles and Aegis missile defense. These aren't symbolic ships. Each vessel has the power to strike deep inside Iran and to defend the group against aerial or missile threats. They are sailing toward the Strait of Hormuz, a funnel through which a huge share of the world's oil passes. Stationing a force there during a crisis isn't neutral. It's a way of saying, we control the sea lanes, we watch you, we can block or protect oil flows. This same dynamic, control over energy infrastructure, has been at the heart of U.S. interventions in Iraq, Libya, and now Venezuela. Today it's playing out again with Iran under protests and sanctions, and the world is watching for every ship movement and every missile launch. Iran has responded with stark rhetoric of its own. Senior Iranian officials have stated that any U.S. military strike would be treated as an all-out war, not just a limited confrontation, and vowed to respond in the hardest way possible. And this isn't just verbal posturing. Iran's leaders have plastered cities with murals warning of retaliation against U.S. military attacks, symbols meant to underscore defiance and signal that Tehran isn't afraid of escalation. Throughout early 2026, Iran has been convulsed by the deadliest protests in decades. People across the nation have taken to the streets to demand political change and relief from economic collapse, a collapse made far worse by decades of sanctions and political isolation. That unrest has been met with brutal force from the regime, with thousands killed and tens of thousands hurt or arrested as Tehran tries to crush dissent. This isn't new. The U.S. has been entangled in oil geopolitics since at least the mid-20th century. Back in the early Cold War, America cemented alliances in the Middle East, especially with Saudi Arabia, by declaring that petroleum access was a core U.S. national interest. In 2003, and the Iraq War showed the world how far Washington would go when oil wealth and strategic power are on the line. Today, the U.S. still controls Iraq's oil revenues through financial levers created after that war, a leverage point often criticized as a form of economic imperialism.